There's a narrative out there that Gen Z is financially doomed. A story that says because of crippling student loans, sky-high housing costs, and stagnant wages, the American dream of homeownership is dead. But every now and then, a story comes along that shatters that narrative. A story like Nick's. Nick is a 22-year-old from New York City. Despite earning a modest income, he did what millions of people twice his age have failed to do. He saved and invested $43,000. He is the poster child for financial discipline. He's winning the game right. So he called into The Ramsey Show, looking for advice on his next step, probably expecting a pat on the back. Instead, he got a command that was so counterintuitive, so shocking, that it stopped the entire conversation in its tracks. Dave Ramsey told him to stop investing immediately. Why would he tell a 22-year-old with $43,000 to his name to stop building wealth? The answer reveals a foundational truth about money that most young investors get dangerously wrong. Today, we are breaking down that call. We're going to deep dive into Ramsey's unexpected advice and uncover the 3 critical dangers he saw in Nick's plan. This is a masterclass in the proper order of building wealth, and it might just change the way you think about your own financial journey. Number 1, the danger of investing in the wrong thing. The first problem Ramsey identified wasn't that Nick was investing, but what he was investing in. The article states Nick had his $43,000 invested mostly in individual stocks. For a seasoned financial expert like Dave Ramsey, this is a massive red flag. While it can be exciting, trying to pick individual winning stocks is not investing. It's speculating. It's gambling. True investing is about mitigating risk and participating in the broad growth of the economy over time. Think of the stock market as a giant pizza. Trying to make your fortune by picking a single stock is like betting your entire life savings on a single pepperoni, hoping it's the best one. If that one piece of pepperoni turns out to be rotten, you lose everything. Ramsey's advice is to buy the whole pizza. A mutual fund or an index fund allows you to own a small slice of hundreds of companies at once. Even if a few pepperonis are bad, the overall pizza is still a solid, reliable meal. This is the power of diversification. Nick's story is the perfect example. He managed to pick some winners and accumulate an impressive $43,000. But he was playing a high-stakes game without a safety net. A single bad choice, one company going bankrupt, could have wiped out years of his hard work overnight. Ramsey's first piece of advice was to move his money out of those risky single stocks and into good growth stock mutual funds to protect his capital from the dangers of speculation. Before you can grow your money, you must learn not to lose it. The first step for any young investor is to stop gambling on individual companies and start investing in broad, diversified funds that have a proven, decades-long track record of success. Number 2, the danger of investing at the wrong time. Building the roof first. This is the core of Ramsey's shocking advice to stop investing. He saw that Nick was trying to build the roof of his financial house before he had even poured the foundation. Ramsey's baby steps are a specific, sequential plan for a reason. You must complete them in order. Nick was asking about baby step 4, investing 15% for retirement, when he hadn't even completed the most foundational steps of life. As Ramsey told him, "You're a little bit early in your process. Not in your age, but in your process." Building your financial life is exactly like building a house. You wouldn't hire a framing crew to start putting up the second floor walls before you've poured the concrete foundation and built the first floor. It would be a complete disaster. For a young person, the concrete foundation is getting your career launched and establishing your own independent household. Retirement investing is the roof. It's a critical step, but it's one of the last things you build. Nick was living at home and working a modest work-study program. He was in what Ramsey called a transitional phase. His top priorities were not funding a Roth IRA for 40 years from now. His top priorities were finishing his education, launching a full-time career that would dramatically increase his income, and saving up a down payment to buy his own place. By telling him to stop investing, Ramsey was forcing him to refocus his energy and his $43,000 on the most important and immediate steps, building the foundation of his adult life. The proper order of operations is everything. Don't get so excited about long-term investing that you forget to secure your short-term stability. Your first financial mission is to establish your career and your independence. Number 3. The danger of investing from the wrong place. The comfort trap. Finally, Ramsey gave Nick a dose of his famous tough love, addressing the place from which he was investing, his mother's basement. Living at home as a young adult is a massive financial advantage, a cheat code that allows you to save and invest at a blistering pace, just as Nick did. However, if that comfort leads to complacency, it becomes a trap. It can delay the launch of your own life and create a failure to launch scenario. Think of your parents' home as a rocket launch pad. It is the perfect, stable, and subsidized platform from which to build your rocket, your career, and fill it with fuel, your savings. It is an incredible gift. But a launch pad is completely useless if the rocket never actually takes off. The entire purpose of the launch pad is to facilitate the launch. This is the harsh reality for so many in Gen Z. As the article points out, they make up the smallest share of home buyers of any generation. They're getting creative buying with siblings or in multi-generational households. But the struggle is real. Ramsey's advice, while blunt, was designed to light a fire under Nick. He said, "Get your own place, Nick. I don't want you 28 years old in your mother's basement, dude." He was telling him to use the incredible advantage he had created, that 43,000 nod, to passively fund a retirement account, but to actively launch his own life. Use the financial advantage of living at home as a springboard, not a sofa. The goal of saving money in your early 20s is not just to have a bigger number in an account, it's to buy your freedom and independence. So, let's put it all together. Dave Ramsey's shocking advice to a successful 22-year-old investor was not a contradiction. It was a masterclass in priorities. First, he told him to invest in the right thing. Shift from risky speculation in single stocks to a proven, diversified mutual fund strategy. Second, he told him to invest at the right time. Build the foundation of your career and household before you start building the roof of retirement. And third, he told him to invest from the right place. Use the advantage of living at home as a launch pad to propel you into your own independent life. The lesson for all of us is profound. Financial success isn't just about following rules blindly. It's about following them in the right order. So, here is your call to action. I want you to be brutally honest with yourself. Look at your own financial life right now. Have you poured the concrete? Is your career truly launched? Are you living an independent adult life? Be honest about which baby step you're really on, because a plan is only powerful if you execute it in the right sequence. Get the foundation right, and you can build a skyscraper of wealth that will last a lifetime.